Hi, I'm Doan Shockley with Martin Ulisse Imports, and our recipe for this month, we're going to make some fish tacos. It's a big tradition out here in South Texas. Actually, the first time I ever had them was in San Diego when I was in the Navy out there. But so we're going to make my version of fish tacos, and we're going to pair it today with a sparkling wine that we bring in from the Abruzzi region, and it's a spumante. It's got a wonderful crisp flavor to it, and the bubbles I think will go very nicely with the spiciness in the fish tacos. So we're going to give this a shot today. Oh, so good, so good. Just a hint of sugar to it that will offset the spiciness in the fish tacos, but it's not sweet, which I really, really like. So, okay, for the fish tacos, I have a few pieces of fresh fish here today, and you can use any kind of fish you want. Locally, we get a lot of drum end. You could use catfish, you could use tilapia, you can use whatever you want. I've got a hot pan, a little bit of oil. And I have my own Cajun seasoning I make here. It's a blend of paprika, garlic powder, some Italian seasonings, cayenne pepper. And I make my own because it's salt-free. The ones that you get have a lot of salt in them. And I'm on a low sodium diet, so I make my own here. But any kind of Cajun seasoning, Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning, or anything like that would do. But you want to give it a nice liberal coating here. We're going to go into our hot pan. Let that start searing. And while that's cooking, I'm going to make a quick slaw out of some Napa cabbage. This is a Napa cabbage. I'm just going to slice it nice and thin here. It's got great texture and a good flavor to it, and a nice color. I'm just going to put this in a bowl. It's a very simple slaw to make because you have a lot going on with this dish. You don't need a lot. We're going to layer the flavors slowly but surely. So I've got the cabbage. Under the juice, about half a lime in on top of it. This lime's not very juicy, so I'm going to give it a full lime in here. Now I got just a pinch of salt and pepper. And give this a little toss and let it sit while the fish is cooking. We got that. I'm going to make some cilantro sour cream. I have a little bit of sour cream here. I'm going to put in just a little bit of cilantro. And this creaminess will offset the spiciness and give it kind of a cool touch. So again, we're balancing a lot of different flavors. We'll have the crunch of the red cabbage, the creaminess of the sour cream. We'll have our delicious fish, all wrapped up in a corn tortilla. And pairing it with our spumante today, which will be a lovely combination. I'm just going to give this a little bit of stir. And I'm going to add just a tiny pinch of salt. That's why I didn't want to add any salt to the fish, because we have a lot of other ingredients here, but we want them all to be well seasoned so that they balance things out. I've got a pico de gallo here I made earlier. We give it a quick stir. It's just tomatoes, onions, serrano pepper, a little bit of lime juice, and some cilantro. And we're going to top it off with a little bit of avocado to add just even more creaminess to it. So our fish are doing well over here. We give them a quick whip. Got some corn tortillas. I'm going to pop these in the oven real quick just to heat them up while our fish finishes off. Clean up my cutting board here a little bit, and we'll be almost ready to assemble the fish. You don't want to overcook the fish. If you cook it too much, it'll get dried out. Turn that off. I can tell by poking when it's going to be done. These are almost ready. You can do this with fish, you can use shrimp, you can use any seafood. It will come out very nicely when you're making this dish. And it doesn't take these tortillas long. You just want to heat them up enough to where they won't crack when you fold them over. I'm going to take my fish out. Put it on here. I'm going to add a little bit of the coleslaw. Give it that nice crunch and a hint of zestiness from that lime juice. Some pico de gallo. A little bit of our cilantro sour cream. And then I'm going to finish it off with a couple of wedges of avocado. This right on top here. It looks delicious. It's going to be so good. It's not very Italian. We normally do Italian dishes on here, but this is a South Texas favorite, and I thought it would go so well with this wine that I wanted to go ahead and make it. So here we have fish tacos with Napa Valley cabbage slaw, some cilantro sour cream, pico de gallo avocado, and a beautiful spumante from Cantina Colle Moro. So thank you so much, and manja manja.